Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm glad to see you all my dear friends. Alright, first of all, let's say thanksgiving to Allah because by His grace we can stay here without any obstacle, good pitch and possible open solution of our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Introducing our group, we are from group 7. I am Arini Widya Agustina with student ID number is A1M220085 as moderator, and my college are NANDA MUTIARA, MAYANG ANANDIA, and WULANDARI. We will present about critical thinking. To streamline time, for the first material is presentation by me. Here, I will explain about what is critical thinking. Critical thinking is the ability to think in an organized and rational manner in order to understand connection between idea and or fact. It helps you decide what to believe in. In other words, it's thinking about thinking, identifying, analyzing, and then fixing flaw in the way we think. Critical thinking is general term given to wide range of cognitive and intellectual skill. Critical thinking is a way of thinking about particular things at a particular time. It is not the accumulation of fact and knowledge or something that you can learn once and then use in that form forever, such as the nine-time table you learn and use in school. What is critical thinking? Critical thinking is the ability to think clearly and rationally, understanding the logical connection between ideas. Critical thinking has been the subject of much debate and thought since the time of early Greek philosophers such as Plato and Socrates, and has continued to be a subject of discussion into the modern age. For example, the ability to recognize fake news. And the last, a critical thinking skill. 1. Interpretation, that means categorization, decoding, clarifying meaning, understand logical relationship between idea, or understand the link between idea. 2. Analysis, examining idea, identifying argument, analyzing, identify, construct, and evaluate argument. Determine the importance and relevance of argument and idea. 3. Evaluation. Evaluation, judging claims or statement, assessing argument, detect inconsistencies and common mistake in reasoning. Recognize, build, and appraise argument. Next, inference. Inference is question claim. Think of alternative edge, differential diagnosis, draw conclusion, solve problem, make decision. Solve and next, solving problem. Systematically identify inconsistencies and error in reasoning. Next, explanation, stating the problem, stating the result, stating the truth of the procedure, presenting the argument, identify the relevance and importance of idea, approach problem in a consistent and systematic way. And the last, self-regulation, that means self-examination, self-correction, reflecting the truth of one own belief and follow, reflect on the justification of their own assumption, belief, and value.
Okay, I think that's all for me. And then the next speaker is Mayang Anandia. For Mayang Anandia, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunity that has been given to me. I am Mayang Anandia with official number A1M220107. Here, I will explain about the importance of critical thinking. Why is critical thinking is important? Critical thinking is a universal skill. The ability to think clearly and rationally is needed in any job, study any field of science, solve any problem, so it is a valuable asset for a person's career. Critical thinking is very important in the 21st century. The 21st century is an era of information and technology. A person must respond to change quickly and effectively, thus requiring flexible intellectual skills, the ability to analyze information and integrate various sources of knowledge to solve the problem. Critical thinking improves verbal and analytical skills. Thinking clearly and systematically can improve the way to express ideas, useful in learning how to analyze the structure of text logically, improve the ability to understand. Critical thinking enhances creativity to produce a creative solution to a problem. Not only need new ideas, but the new ideas must be useful and relevant to the task to be solved. Critical thinking is useful for evaluating new ideas, so selecting the best and modifying them as necessary. Critical thinking is important for self-reflection, to structure life so that life becomes more meaningful. It requires the ability to seek the truth and reflect on one's own values and decisions. Critical thinking is a meta-thinking skill, a skill to reflect and self-evaluate the values and decisions taken. Then, in the context of making life more meaningful, to make a conscious effort to internalize the results of the reflections into every life. Okay, I think it's enough.
Okay, thank you Mayang Anandia for your presentation. And the next speaker is Wulandari. For Wulandari, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks to the moderators who have given me the opportunity to present our material today. Just introduce myself. My name is Wulandari with ID number A1M2220031. I will explain about the steps of critical thinking. Number 1, identify the problem or question. Be as precise as possible. The narrower the use, the easier it is to find solution or answer. Number 2, gather data, opinions, and arguments. Try to find several sources that present different ideas and points of view. Number 3, analyze and evaluate the data. Are the sources reliable? Are their conclusions dated or just argumentative? Is there enough information or data to support given hypothesis? Number 4, identify assumption. Are you sure the source you found are visit? Are you sure are you sure you weren't visit in your search for answer? Number 5, establish significant. What bits of information is most important? Is the sample size sufficient? Are all opinions and arguments even irrelevant to the problem you're trying to solve? Number 6, make addition, reach and conclusion. Identify various conclusions that are possible and decide which, if any, of them are supported. Weigh strengths and imitation of all possible options. Number 7, present or communicate. Once you've researched conclusion, present it to all stakeholders. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Wulandari, for your presentation. And then the last speaker is Nanda Mutiara. For Nanda Mutiara, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, moderator, for giving me change in here so I can explain my material about the benefits of critical thinking. First is approach. With critical thinking, one of the crucial learning developments is an awareness of differing approaches to a problem, alongside an ability to assess those approaches critically. Rather than relying on a standard uniform problem solving method, you can learn how to identify others, often more valuable approaches, inevitably increasing your success. Second is save time with a critical thinking mindset. You will already know that not all information is relevant to your decision making, but often we don't know how to filter out the irrelevant from the relevant. Critical thinking teach you how to prioritize your time and resources by analyzing what is essential to the process. This also helps you to know that the decision is ultimately a good one. Third is an appreciation of differing worldviews is a direct result of learning how to empathize with other points of view. Critical thinking enables you to see beyond, not judge, cultural norms and learn how to understand other factors that can influence decision making. This empathy and understanding is crucial to effective teamwork and leadership. 5. 4. It changed communication. By teaching you to analyze and build your evidence for any given premise, critical thinking can make you more effective communicator. Consistent and relevant points to support your theory are pivotal in communicating a proposal or idea proficiently. When you know your stuff, so will they. 4. 5. Decision-making abilities are transformed with a critical thinking approach and made a lot easier. You leave intuition or guesswork decision-making behind and begin to work a more analytical and, and considered basis, resulting in sounder decision. And last, reason. Not only will you become a more reasoned and balanced problem solver, you will learn the two types of reasoning, inductive and deductive, and when it is appropriate to use one over the other. Grounding decision in reason and logic over emotion or instinct makes for effectual problem solving. Okay, I think that's all about my material. Thank you. I'll give it back to moderator.
Okay, I think that's all from our group. And the last, thanks for your great attention. Thanks for your great participation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.